Hello, lovely baby gangsters out there. This is Calvin, also known as Robert. I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing really good. And today we're going to be talking about some upcoming playthroughs that are coming up on the channel. I do want to say that after we finish Dual Destinies, it's once again emboldened my appreciation for my comment section and my subscriber base and everyone. Like, it just means the absolute world to me having such a nice audience that brings up fantastic points. We get to converse about stuff. It's really, really, really cool. And Dual Destinies was an absolutely fantastic game. Like, I loved playing it. And I loved experiencing with you guys for the first time, because that's all I want to do. Like, I love experiencing games with you guys. I think a lot of games I play are just like really, really superb games that are made even better because I get to like experience them with the fan base for the first time. It really feels like I'm playing a game in a room and there's people around me going, oh, try this, try that. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, did you like that part? Like, it's so freaking cool. It's so fun. First of all, I get to like play some of the best games in the world. All the games I play on the channel generally are like really acclaimed by either the fans or critics, or they're games that have like stood the test of time, or they're underrated games that like the fan base really think are really cool. I don't really play bad games on the channel that I like to make fun of them, even though that would be kind of funny to do sometimes. Like, the channel has always kind of been about like, hey, let's play this awesome game for the first time. And in some cases, let's play this awesome game for the second time. And that's always like really been like a really fun thing for me, because I get to actually like have a really like positive, nice experience all the time. There's never really a time on the channel where I'm like getting super frustrated because I'm playing a bad game. You know what I mean? I get to play really, really good games all the freaking time. Which also means that like the decision of the 11 o'clock Let's Play, which is the evening Let's Play, is the Let's Play where it's like, okay, I have to choose a game that I'm going to want to play for the next while. And that's tough for two reasons. I don't like looking up trailers of games that I'm going to play. And also, I don't like looking too far into games I'm going to play. So usually I have to go by like literally, and this is, a word that some people don't like nowadays. Usually I just have to go by a vibe and an energy of like what I'm looking at when I see a screenshot or something like that. Or I have to go by like, okay, enough people have said this game is cool. Let's try it out. And over the next while, we're going to be playing some games that I don't think you guys have expected me to play. And in some cases, maybe you did expect me to play them. And in other cases, you've been wanting them for a bit of time, maybe even since like January. I think some people have been suggesting one of these games. And in other cases, we have a few surprises too. The non-surprise, like the biggest non-surprise, we're playing Raincoat on October 1st. Raincoat is a game that I've been wanting to play for a really long time. I've only watched the first trailer of this. It's by the Danganronpa creators. And I've just like, again, this is like long overdue, I feel like. I was going to play it on the Switch earlier in the year, which would have been like just as good. It would have been great. But then, like, I thought to myself, well, look, the remaster's coming out on October 1st, and it's going to have all the DLCs, and it's going to be the same price as buying the base game for Raincoat anyway. So why not just pay for the remaster when it comes out if I'm going to be paying the exact same price as I would be on the Switch? It's not to do with, like, console preference. It's just like, okay, it just makes sense to buy the remaster on the machine that I usually record on the most, which is, like, the PS5. Let's just like buy that remaster and play it. I'm super excited to play Raincoat because I also played like all the other Danganronpa games on the PS5 as well. So it's nice to have them all, like all the kind of like same creator games in the one place. I talked about Stardew Valley on the community tab twice. There was a gigantic, overwhelming response. This is a game that's always been in like, my side mirror. Whenever I'm like, playing games, I know that like Stardew Valley is a game that people are like obsessed with. This has been for years, people have been obsessed with this game. It is a comfort game. It is a chill game. It is a game that people love. People will like talk about at great lengths. Now, luckily, like I've never touched it. I've never touched Stardew Valley at all. And I know like it's not a game that's like, oh my God, go into this like completely blind. Because actually doing like, people have told me that like actually it's probably good to like know some stuff like about stuff, but like some like tips I guess throughout the game, which I think would be fine to get like a few tips off you guys as well as I'm playing. But I didn't want to play Stardew Valley like right away because we only have 14 or 15 days in between now and Raincoat, and I feel like every game that I play deserves this chance to shine and deserves this chance to like be played. And I think it's like, you don't want it to be like on the mind, right? Like say if after 15 days, I'm like, okay, I've played Raincoat now. And I'm like, man, I love Raincoat, but I'm also thinking about Stardew Valley. Or like, you don't want it to be a situation like where like I'm only thinking about like Raincoat as I'm playing Stardew Valley as well. It's like, oh, I love Stardew Valley, but I can't wait to play Raincoat. You know, that way I feel like every game deserves its time in the sun to shine on the channel, and Stardew Valley would be probably better played right after Raincoat instead of before. So we actually have time to breathe and live through the mechanics and actually understand the world and appreciate the world, instead of just thinking about, oh, Raincoat's coming up, or if I'm playing Raincoat, thinking about, oh, Stardew Valley would be really fun to play today. If you get what I'm saying, kind of makes sense to play it much after, just to give it some time to breathe. So maybe like right after we finish Raincoat, we can try out Stardew Valley as well. But we do have some time before Raincoat, like 15 days before Raincoat. Around 15 days, might be 14 or 15, I'm not sure. The first game I want to play is One Shot. One Shot is a game that I just know a lot of people have been like, you're gonna probably love this game. This is a super interesting game. People have been suggesting it for quite a bit. I accidentally took it off the Let's Play list a while back by accident, but it's back on there. The Let's Play list is in the description below. You can check that out if you want. And it was kind of like I think I took it off by accident just because, like, you know, when I was rewriting the Let's Play list and like I just forgot to put it on there, and like I knew it was gonna be one of those games that people were gonna love because it was one of the first times someone was like, hey, where'd that go? Where'd One Shot go? Not an angry way. They're just like, hey, where'd One Shot go? I thought we were gonna play One Shot. Yeah, I don't know much about this game, so I can't talk about it at length, but I'm super, super excited to actually try it out. Also, I want to play a game called Little Nightmares, this has been in my periphery for a really freaking long time. Like, such a freaking long time. And Little Nightmares is a super special game that I feel like is special because the fan base is so passionate about it. I haven't actually played this game or seen much of this game. You see screenshots, like I say, like with most games, you see screenshots every once in a while. I know like a lot of like horror Let's Players were playing this game when it came out because it was always recommended to me in the YouTube algorithm, because I love horror games. I love watching people play horror games. I can't imagine like there's a world where I'm like the one who's like, this game is not good. You know what I mean? I really, really am excited to play this game. Another game, if we have time in between then and Raincoat, is Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep is another horror game, and I know I'm kind of getting into more horror games here, but like it's just a game I've wanted to play for a bit. But when I first saw this game, I clicked on like a John Wolfe video, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna click off this because this looks like a game I would like to play on the channel sometime. And it's actually on Game Pass, which means that it would be pretty like inexpensive to actually play as well, which, like, you know, it doesn't always matter because, like, you know, you have to like buy games for the channel or else you're gonna have nothing to play. It's, you know, but I still think it's cool that it's a game that's on Game Pass as well. It's a horror game that I think takes place on an oil rig, which sounds terrifying. Oil rigs are already terrifying enough, and now we're gonna have this too. I also want to do more like one-shots, and not one-shot the game, but more one-shot horror, not horror games, but one-shot like games in general. Like play like shorter games every once in a while. In between Let's Plays, have like a video where we play an hour of a game here or there. I want to be able to like play a game like, say, that's not on the Let's Play list, or even a game that is on the Let's Play list. They say like, I want to play like an hour of Skyrim or Dark Souls every once in a while in between a Let's Play. And some people might be like, well, what if we already like that game and we don't just want one video? Then we'll pivot. If I play a game, like if I play an hour of Skyrim, and this is just an example because it's right here on the shelf in front of me, and people are like, oh man, I want to see more Skyrim. And I'm like, I really love playing Skyrim too. It's like, okay, we'll pivot and that'll become a Let's Play. It's just that simple. Like, and I really feel like it'd be a fun thing to do, but also I want to play shorter games. Like a game that has been just suggested to me that we'll be playing tomorrow is called Exit 8. I bought it the other day, and it just generally like is something I don't know a lot about, but someone told me it's about like, you know, you are kind of like in a subway station, and it's one of those games you're trying to find abnormalities everywhere, which like I have never played one of those games, but I've always been very intrigued by the idea of one of those games because they're actually like, you know, been around for a while, those type of games. I'd be super interested to play that, especially since it'll be a much shorter game. I'm not sure how long it is, but like people have told me that it is a short but fun and you know, unsettling maybe in some ways experience that you could play. But yeah, more like one-shot games, more one-time games, and again, if we do like those games that are longer, we can turn them into like full Let's Plays. I have gotten some questions as well about like Halloween games, and I think Raincoat's gonna probably take up the majority of October because it is an October game. Now it is kind of like more of a darker vibe, like there is kind of like a Halloween vibe to it, I think anyway, but it's not a Halloween game. Now, we've played Halloween games every year, every single year now for the past like 3 years. So we're gonna like do that again, but we're gonna do it at Christmas. we're gonna do like maybe the FNAF series or some other type of horror games around Christmas time and do like a Nightmare Before Christmas type thing. Like we're gonna have like I think it'd be so cozy to play like some spooky horror games at Christmas. I think that'd be so cozy, so cozy. Not like on Christmas Day, but like around December. So like we can still have like, you know, the Christmas Let's Play, which I think is like a very fun thing every year to have. Like it usually was like it was Danganronpa last year was the Christmas Let's Play, and the year before it was also Danganronpa as well. So we still want to like have like a Christmas full-on Let's Play, but I feel like we can play some horror games in, you know, the start of December and make it like a Nightmare Before Christmas type thing, if that makes sense. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to this. If there's any games that you liked out of these, please let me know and tell me if you are kind of like looking forward to them, because that's always like really good to know. Thank you so much to my patrons. Thank you so much to everyone who supports this channel. If you want to become a patron, you can check down below, and it's always appreciated. It's always, you know, such a nice thing whenever I see all new patrons. We got so many new patrons in the last week. It's amazing, and I thank you for that. Thank you so much to Tyfire2, JB Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusa, Shabotterbread, Malcolm Day, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And I'll see you all very soon. I thank you all so much for everything. The reception is always lovely. I have the best comment section in the world.